Didn't I tell you stop?
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Bucs and the Ravens coming up next. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. And out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike. I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come...
Bateman is the motion man. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. Takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
First and goal, and it's Henry trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short, down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old fact.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bucs move out front. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They send Evans in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is into the hands of McMillan. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Buccaneers going to tack him.
Damn, we did no offense.
Here's Mayfield. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a...
The impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion. Continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
The ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it. Some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one.
Damn.
To throw is Mayfield. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this.
Oh, it's fine. They let me get a pin.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. To throw, it's Leary. We'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. Give him 16 there. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question,
he slams it in there, and he is in. Justice Hill, touchdown Ravens. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down.
The motion man is Johnson. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite. How aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. He'll go. It's White.
Oh.
And he's going to have a Bucks first. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Sending a receiver right. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the... That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. They'll run with White. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
One more time, it's White. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. 70 seconds left to go in this game. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is. Now Leary. To the tight end, Likely. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. It is 2nd and a yard. To the air is Leary. Taking off. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
I'm gonna hike the ball. Damn.
So, a win here for the visiting Bucks. Finish off the preseason unbeaten, and they are ready for the regular.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is straight. I gotta work now, knee tees, cash app, been more PayPal, turned up to the max. I'm gonna break down, flow water, big trip, boy, this a great cloud. Highlights, ball is like my whole take, wow, big balls, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me these new came with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new came with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Luxury. They came with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back in. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. They no came with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, I'm a with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance floor kind of sore. Weeks of Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Get 'em out, yeah. Get these boys out, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh yeah. Penny necklace on my hips, butterflies on my wrist. Put your hands on me like this. Need to go head to toe. PT, she's glossy. Give her one kiss just softly. Tease him and get him me. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that,
shake your hands, only one way to start. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more is causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road. At the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself. I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You were always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have information. Let's never forget we on we mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have information. Let's never forget we on we mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
When I was just humble, they didn't appreciate. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood. Motivation on top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Stop overthinking, these can't with you. Standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let them play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang. Stump a look with some shell toes. Slapping, rapping, make it bail. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. No competition, these stale. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Keep running circles around these snails. And my bumping up in the jail. Oh,
This ain't no reason why this ain't a best for them on that stand side. This is something.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, I just can't. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in the bottom for my heart in a case. Yeah, it's getting harder to act right.
Okay, well, these guys pretty young. Hang on to him.
Let's say a song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sin. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the season out soon. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my road. At the end of my road, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Try to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news.
2024 season. And coming up, we're going to see Keenan Allen. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Bears and the Cards on EA Sports.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In the season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those weaknesses, and playing some winning football.
Santos out for the opening kick. And away we go in Glendale. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 60-year pro and former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying on the ground with Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Come on,
Massive
man.
hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, it's Murray. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. brings up 4th and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And leading them out to the #1 overall pick in this year's draft out of USC, a player with immense promise, Caleb Williams.
Hey, it's very easy for me to use all these psychological cliches, Kate, right? You gotta flush it. You gotta play one play at a time. You gotta flush last week's 5-interception performance, but the reality is you gotta be in the moment. You can't even be thinking about last week. You gotta think about every play, guard that ball with everything you got, and most importantly, help your team find a W.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
He's delivered off target, Brown. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Third down. Here's Williams. And he let his man too much there. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or a 2 and 3rd downs, whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, the coach wants to see them convert those.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. Takes it in at the 26. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Motioning one of the tight ends. Taken in by Tip Ryman. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
We give on 2nd to Benson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Facing 4th down now, the Cardinals turn to Matt Prater for the field goal. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. Forces 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away.
Just gonna stop there.
That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. Greg Dortch back to return for the Cardinals. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Throw is there. Trey McBride. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Chased out to his right, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's see something.
Murray made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. The running back dump off doesn't land. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be Bears football. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Now we're going to have a timeout for the players shaken up, and that's DeAndre Swift in some discomfort and being attended to.
I've been getting hurt every game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Trying an inside give to Herbert. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins
Every
out.
throw is hitting somebody in the back.
Dunze, the intended receiver. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Cardinals football. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pressure coming. It's Murray. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Murray. Connects with the open man downfield. Into the red zone. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals stretch their early lead to 9. Trey McBride, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
What the hell? Somebody back there. Why did they make this guy come up?
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Now Prater on to send it away. Valus Jones now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. At the gun, here's Williams. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, here's Swift. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body drills. Body drills. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
First down, ball at the 36. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Herbert straight ahead. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Again, they'll run with Herbert. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. They'll run for this. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Has his man, it's Swift. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Chicago first down. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one...
He runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears face a 4-point deficit. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at 2nd and 3. It's Benson on the give. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Nothing gained or lost on that run. And now it's 3rd and 3. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Swift gets it, going left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, Williams. Escapes the pocket.
Yeah, right there.
Incomplete. Well, no longer on his first look of the game. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Running behind center with Swift. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here we go with Johnson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. They manage 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Williams from the gun. Just got it away before the hit. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Carney's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Out head the Cardinals now on offense. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down, here's an option to the right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Kyler looking to throw. He's on the move. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Swift. And he found some running room for a nice gain. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. 2nd and 3 now. To throw, Williams. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They've been leaving him open, and that is something they're going to have to button up in the near future, Brock, considering the type of start this guy is having.
Yeah, this running back's making all sorts of friends with his buddies in his offensive huddle. Enemies on the other side, but this kind of production means everybody's going to get to eat today.
1st down, ball at the 36. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Williams to throw. Swift hauls it in. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun, Williams. Connects with his back, Khalil Herbert. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
From the 38. It's caught, Herbert. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Able to get it to Moore. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Swift. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's Swift on second down. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a second quarter lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Benson. Oh, what a stiff arm by a man, and now he's in the clear. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
That pass is complete to McBride. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Cardinals in need of some points before the break. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, here's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26, and that's a Cardinals 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Back to the air, Murray. The throw is caught. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. So that clock's going to run as he takes a knee. We'll see if the defense wants to burn a timeout and preserve some of it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bears in front. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Anthony Richardson, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Next, we'll head east. It's on to Cincinnati as we check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Gardner Minshew, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Jordan Love, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead, and we're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. The Bears and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Now a give to Swift. And he's able to get this down to the 36. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Williams on the play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down throw by Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Going to run again with Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on first. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 19. He's got it at the 5. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets them the first.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Herbert finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Cardinals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. First and 10 now from the 30. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Option play they give to Benson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Benson once more. Escapes a defender. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They're going play action. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
That one's caught along the left sideline.
Good job.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. That one inside, handoff to Swift. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. Now we're going to have a timeout for the players shaken up, and that's DeAndre Swift in some discomfort and being attended to. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Quick slant. He's got Allen. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Johnson up the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Now we've got some whistles. His official signal for a stoppage. Player injured on that last snap, it looks like. Yep, it's full commit. He's in need of some attention. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Williams from the gun. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked up on 1st down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Throwing again on 2nd. Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long.
Oh,
He's there to send that one away.
we got that.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Benson now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Taken in by Harrison. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any cheats.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the pistol, Williams.
What the hell's that?
Behind his man.
Offenses that connect in this intermediate zone.
Bumping never made the cut.
Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. You just couldn't quite find the connection.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It'll go down as a 37-yard punt. And it'll be their football. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Kyler throwing here. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. That throw behind his intended target.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Running back sent in motion. On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they make the stop as that player reaches the 14-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Running back, motioning right. Murray on 3rd down. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing a 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
McManus sends it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make.
Oh, man. Not even gonna cheat us, bro.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
So after figuring out the flag, now we've reached the end of our 3rd quarter. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing.
Wow.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Murray. Has it in close.
Oh, shit.
So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Here come the Bears, back out on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They run the counter with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. That's going to be caught by Everett. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
This goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, and if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Williams set to pass. Has his man. It's Swift. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Cardinals will have to start from deep within their own territory. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback. The receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's on the move. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Bears about set for their next possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Staying grounded with Swift. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Allen sets in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, Williams. He's got him, that's Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Completed to his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Shotgun handoff to Herbert. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Bears pushing to get within range for a game winner. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Williams from the gun. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. The give now to Benson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Staying on the ground with Benson. And he's taken down with a short gain into the 25. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
This spring, a big game like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Makes a cut to the right sideline. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. So now it all comes down to Matt Prater. This just 21 yards down the pipe. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This just 21 yards down the pipe. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that. isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Now Prater on to send it away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.
In the 500 right now, you watch the team trying to the first game to see the turn around as soon as possible. It's the last thing I'm pushing it.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. You already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down.
Absolutely, I believe this team is better than the record, but if not, we're going to need some changes.